So today I'm going to talk about The Ring, written by Perri. This book is a BWWM book. I don't think it's a series, but so far it's a very good book. This book takes place in, I'm going to say San Francisco. It's about California, somewhere in California. The main characters for this book are Chanel, her son, I'm going to say his name is either Ray or Rai. It's spelled R-A-I. People pronounce it differently, so I'm going to say Ray. So, the main gist of this book takes place, it's about Dario and Chanel coming together, Dario being an athlete, and Chanel is a club owner, and her son, Ray. So the book started out with Dario and his cousin Lucas, and when they were a teenager, they went to visit this girl named Alexandra, and long story short, Lucas got killed, and he was only a teenager, and then Dario was so upset he was destroyed. He had anger management problem the whole time after that. So fast forward 12 to 13 years later, he met Chanel at her club. I think it's called Suite 713, and the club is basically as a regular nightclub. She's the owner. There's a lot of celebrities in and out of the club. She normally does not work on weekends, so she made a special appearance because Dario was going to be there. So she introduced herself to him and said, "I appreciate you coming to my club. Thank you for the business and congratulations on your win." Dario is a boxer. He needed ways outlet to let out his anger. So that's basically how they met. Dario was fascinated with Chanel and he wanted to get to know her immediately, but that didn't work out the way he planned it. So throughout the book, she was going through her different situations with her ex-boyfriend, her sister, and her mother, while Dario was going through his little ordeal with becoming at peace with his cousin's death, and his cousin being the reason why he became a boxer. So they got to know each other in the book. They got to start a relationship, and everything was going good until Tyler got jealous, and Tyler basically threatened Chanel, saying that if you don't end the relationship with Dario, I'm going to tell your secret. So she didn't want that to happen, so she ended the relationship with Dario. But while that was going on, Tyler was already sleeping with her sister Rochelle behind her back, and Rochelle is the reason why Tyler knew the secret. And that caused a whole bunch of issues in the book. So that's just basically the drama that was in the book. It was more about Rochelle being jealous of her sister, Tyler being a jerk because he want his cake and eat it too, and Dario wants Chanel but trying to find ways to be with her without complicating the situation. Chanel really had an objective with Dario because he's an athlete, and Tyler being an ex-retired athlete was the reason why she didn't want to be with him, because Tyler is an retired Redskins, so I'm going to say football player, and then Dario is a boxer. And she really had her objections to him because she's saying that athlete has no willpower when it comes to women. They want more than one woman. They can't be in a committed relationship. If someone throw their panties at them, they're going to just go for it. And I kind of agree with it based on the athlete of this time now, because some of them have the same issue. Like, they have groupies all over. They don't know how to basically fight them off and have the willpower to say no. And it's kind of hard for them too, because the groupie, they make it so inviting and they're like everywhere. So it's kind of a catch-22 with that situation. But I really think that if you're an athlete and you have a great woman at home, you should find ways not to jeopardize that relationship. You have to find ways, find willpower, whatever it takes for you to keep that relationship solid. Anyway, back to the story. So Dario and Chanel, they basically came to an agreement, and he said, "I'm not that type of person. If I'm with someone, I'm going to stay with someone. I'm going to be committed to them. If I can't be committed, I let them know upfront." And I respect that for him, because a lot of men can't do that. They want their cake and eat it too, just like Tyler. Anyhow, throughout the book, she got to know why he was into boxing and why he was so passionate about it. And then he's trying to learn more about her son and her, so he could get to know them better. And eventually she gave him a chance, and they had a relationship. So being the fact that this is a BWWM book, so you already know one of the situations was coming up is when they meet the parents. So Chanel had her skepticism about meeting his parents from the get-go. She's like, you don't understand. Meeting parents is going to be different, because I'm a black girl, you're a white guy. It's going to be different. He's like, no, nothing's going to happen. My parents are not like that. They're not racist or anything like that. You're blown out of proportion. She said, no, that's not the point. You don't get it. A mother protects her son always. So he's like, no, nothing like that. Lo and behold, she was dead right. She went to the house. She met the mother. The mother was there with her sister, which is Lucas's mother. So they were basically double teamed her. And she was going through the ringer. They're like, why are you with my son? My son has a career going on. He has no time to be daddy to your son. And it was just a lot of basically bitter. She was just so bitter that she was like, are you serious right now? And she told the mother off. She said, listen, I'm never with your son for money. I have my own money. I made my own club. I have my own money. I run my own club. I never want anything from him, because I've been providing for me and my son forever. So she put his mother in her place. And that's when he walked in on the conversation. He was like, what's going on? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? And she's like, you know what? I'm just ready to go home. So take me home. If you can't take me home, I'll take the Uber. So he took her home. And that was like, she's like, you know what, just take me home. And that was it. So later on in the book, Tyler finally, he wanted Chanel, and she said no. She's like, listen, I don't care what the secret is. You just need to leave. Get out of my house. Don't come back here. So he was like, no, I'm telling you a secret. So she's like, give me my keys. Just go. So he was bitter. So he's like, Ray, I have something to tell you. He was like, come here. I was like, what do you want, Tyler? Because Ray did not like Tyler from the get-go. She's like, what do you want, Tyler? So he's like, I have something to tell you. So she's like, get out of my house. She basically fight him to get out of the house. And then he was just the jerk he is, slipped the secret out. So Ray attacked him. Why this fool attacked the minor? He said he was defending himself, but whatever. He attacked the minor, and then Ray was in the hospital. So that incident brought Dario and Chanel back together, which I was so glad about. But then more secrets started to come out. Find out who Ray's father was, who his real mother was, because apparently Chanel was, and then who he's related to. So I was like, oh, this is getting good. So this was so good. I really enjoyed this story, because then I was like, okay, what's really going on? So when in the hospital, everything come to play, how Ray was created between his parents. So I'm not going to tell you who his parents are, because you have to read the book to find out, and what the relationship was, and how she was heartbroken and everything. So I was like, oh, this is really, really good. So, and then in the end, it turned out that Chanel and Dario got together. They got engaged. They adopted. They want to adopt. Dario want to adopt him, and his mother made a peace with Chanel. She came humbling herself at the end. Oh, I'm sorry for the way I treated you. I should never did that to you. I was very jealous, and I didn't know how to accept the relationship. I am not a bigot. Forgive me if that's what you thought, but that's not what I was trying to do. I was just trying to protect my son relationship. So they made a peace, and they had a good relationship after that. And in the end of the book, It was so sweet the way he proposed to her on the plane. I thought it was the sweetest thing ever. The entire family was there, and it was just so sweet, so intimate, and it was perfect. And that's basically how the book ended. I really, really love Perri Forrest's book. She is a phenomenal writer. You guys have to check her out. Remember, this book is called The Ring. I'm going to see if I could have a picture at the book at the end of the video or somewhere in the video, but I would definitely have a picture of this book. It is awesome. She is a great author. And also, if you read her previous book, Raptures, you get to see Quentin in the book again. He doesn't have a big part in it, but he's in the book. And her previous series, Raptures, is a 4-part series with Brush and Alika. You will like that. Oh, yeah, I think it's spelled Alika. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, Perri. But she is a phenomenal author. Please check her out. Again, this book is called The Ring. It's different from her previous books, and you guys will like it. Again, it's a BWWM novel written by Perri Forrest. Check her out, guys. Bye.